Gonna do some damage! Boomtown!
We're Skyping in a studio member. Today's special guest studio member is going to be Peter from the QA team. Before we get too far into it, why don't you give us a quick introduction of who you are and all that fun stuff.
I am Peter, and I am part of the game team here at Empires and Allies, and yeah, I mainly do testing, so currently playing the game as Yveltal, YVELTAL. I'm currently level 21, I believe, or 22, and I'm focusing mostly on defenses. Not really worrying about building my HQ really high or leveling up really quickly. Even though I have my second engineer, I'm using it just to bolster my defenses. I'm not really going through the map, the globe that much, and I'm just mostly just fighting in PvP, or just waiting for people to attack me so I could counterattack them. But yeah, I'm mostly just waiting and for people to attack me, which is good because it's just a good reason to get like more medals. It's good way to get medals is to just wait for people to attack you and just counterattack them, especially if you win those battles.
What we have you on the show today for are going to be taking a look at some user-submitted videos that our players have shared with us on YouTube and Instagram, Twitch, and all these kind of different places. And these are videos that they've uploaded for us to review. And what we're going to try out today on the show is getting an expert like you, Peter, to help us comment on their strategy, tactics, and deployment, and all that kind of fun stuff. So let me go ahead and switch over. Basically, what we're seeing right now is he's starting off with an orbital strike and taking out some of the defensive measures of his top right of the base, and now he's deploying his rangers to start cleaning up the bottom. Can you see the screen now, Peter?
Yeah, I can see it.
Awesome. And what are you seeing on Calvin's strategy?
Oh yeah, Calvin is, coming in, and he has a lot of stealth tanks patrolling his base to defend his base, which is a good strategy because the opponent doesn't know where they're coming from, which is really good. But also, if you see a base, if you're scouting a base and you don't even see any units running around, that's a good indication to know that they have a lot of stealth tanks just hiding. Yeah.
Okay, definitely. Now, what's your take on stealth tanks? Do you like kind of utilize those a lot, or are you trying a different air approach, or?
Stealth tanks are very useful. Like they disable a lot of mechanical units, and they can take out large groups of units, especially rangers. They really like when they are killed, they explode and do AoE damage around them. So if there's a big group of units around there, they really mess up an attacking army.
Awesome. Okay, well, definitely some pro tips there, and it looks like we can see the replay results there. Let's actually get back to that and give some analyzation there. So it looks like the attacker was Fallen 44, the defender was Calvin 78, and some decent loot collected there. It does look like there was a pretty aggressive units killed ratio versus deployed.
Mm-hmm.
So we can see there that maybe I would love to see what his insight of that attack strategy, how he felt it went. But that look at another very short replay, this time submitted by looks like Lewis K18 versus Kelp. Kelp is the submitter on this one, so let's take a look.
All right. Yeah, again, starting out with an orbital strike. So yeah, just a great way to take out any enemy defenses. Unfortunately, the orbital strike didn't touch those stealth tanks that were patrolling.
Now, do you recommend using the orbital strike to take out ground units or just buildings?
They're most useful against buildings. You could use A10s are most effective against patrolling units. Oh, look at those stealth tanks. Yeah, just wrecking. Oh, and the tomahawks are just had no chance really. Didn't see those stealth tanks coming. Yeah, orbital strikes are just basically the best against buildings, but you can use them against units, but it's not advised. It's kind of good if they uh, are collateral damage if you're attacking a building with an orbital strike. Yeah, that match is over. It was over before it even started, really.
Definitely, that was definitely a short and futile attempt at that base, but definitely want to call it out. Congratulations there to
Oh
it
yeah.
looks like Kelp was the winner. So yeah, very fun. I got one more replay to have you comment here with us, Peter. I know you're a busy man and it's Friday in the studio. Don't want to keep you too long, but this time we actually have this is a PvE mission. It looks like it's a PvE attack. And I want to say it's actually a boss battle. So this was, again, submitter was Kelp, or not sure. I think the submitter is Kelp, but we're going to see his replay here in a second. Let's go ahead and get it back on the screen. And here we go. Again, Peter, thanks so much for taking the time out of your day to give us some commentary. The real call to action to the players out there today, if you want to see your replays and your screenshots featured on a future episode of Firepower Fridays, submit it on YouTube or get it to us tagged with Empires and Allies or tagged with Firepower Fridays. Those are the two hashtags we're chasing with this show, and we want to review and give our wonderful insight like Peter's given here on your replays. So, all right, Peter, I'll let you take it away. I'll shut up. Here is the next attack for you to analyze.
All right. Let's do it.
Oh, it's doing.
All right, what we got here? Still loading. Oh, this is a PvP mission. Oh man, he just went all in.
Oh, he dumped them all out, and you can also see he utilized some strike force, but it seems like he put those on units that were killed really quickly. Or are they still?
Oh yeah, they're still around. But he deployed them first, and that was a bad idea because they're just getting attacked.
Now, when you say
normally,
that,
if I would have,
yeah, expand on that, please. What do you mean it's a bad idea to deploy your strike force first?
if you use your units, I mean, sure, like they have more health and attack when they're strike forced, but you don't want to use them as cannon fodder. Really, you want to use your other units as cannon fodder because they're more reliable to do more damage than to soak it. Especially if he has tanks, as you see down there. The tanks are the ones that really soak damage, so you really want them to come out in battle first to eat some damage, while the rest of your units come out after that. So timing is everything when it comes to deploying a variety of units.
Awesome, yeah, good insight. And we can definitely see this was a very successful attack on this base. They did not seem to lose too many troops, and they are clearing out the north of the base right now.
Oh yeah, you see those spider drones down there taking out those tanks. Yeah, that's what they're basically there for, to take out tanks and other vehicles. But once they get to the rangers, they're done. They really can't do anything against rangers.
So
there's one more building left.
Yeah, there it goes. It looks like 100% is definitely coming out of this victory. And here we go with the results score. Defender Calvin 78 and attacker Fallen 44. Excellent match. 36 deployed and 28 killed. Any final thoughts on this replay? Anything that you want to add to the viewers? Any sort of pro tips, maybe last minute, that we can share?
Yeah, like I said, using your strike force units. If you decide to use it on your units, then bring out the lesser units first, the one that aren't strike force, so they can be the cannon fodder, so they can soak up the damage from patrolling units or buildings. And then when the time is right, just bring out all your strike force guys so they can just wipe out the base and just do as much damage as they possibly can do.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you so much for your input today and your help. Peter, we salute you for your assistance here on Empires and Allies, especially me particularly. I don't think people realize the assistance that you give my team. So props to you, sir, and thank you very much for taking the time out of your day. And viewers, I do encourage you to find him in game and destroy.
Yeah, bring it on. Yeah, and thank you. It was a pleasure to be on here.
Awesome, Peter. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next week. And thanks for being the first official guest from the studio on Firepower Fridays.
All right, see ya.
Bye. Fun stuff, everybody. Really fun. That was cool. Great. So that was Peter from QA team. Really awesome to see people from the studio get involved. And we really have some exciting kind of things to explore with this channel and show in the future. So, I encourage you guys to share the channel and get involved in chat and share your experiences on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram because we are listening and we want to feature your gameplay, ideas, strategy, tactics, and all that fun stuff. So what we're taking a look at now is off the Twitter feed. This is at Empires and Allies. All you have to do is tweet out with hashtag Empires and Allies. Or Firepower Fridays. You can see this Brian at EITPO Brian. Probably saying that his Twitter name wrong, but this is his base design, something he tweeted out into the Twitterverse. We can see some wall structure, some dome defenses. Looks like he's currently upgrading his HQ, which is always a good idea. But just wanted to share out Brian's base design here. Thank you very much for playing and sharing. And very cool. Very good work here, sir. And we hope to see Brian move his way up in the leaderboards as he continues to play. Up next, I also have another base I want to share with you guys. This is Commissar Baronraff. Twitter handle at BERNRAFOPI. Okay, you can see it on the screen there. I hope you can at least. We will retweet it later. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and retweet it now. I'm not logged in. But here's another base shared on Twitter with hashtag Empires and Allies. Typical base for a commissar. And they're struggling to upgrade everything. So it looks like he's commenting on, you know what, focusing on upgrading is a key part of the game. You are going to need to dedicate resource, time, and strategy to allow your engineer or engineers, if you purchase a second one, opportunity and time to actually get into the game. So really what we're going to do is kind of feature and call out players that have shared their bases, like our two players that we've called out today. Thank you very much for sharing your bases. We hope you see this in the future. And not to mention you out there listening or watching on YouTube or live on Twitch. Here's our Instagram page. It is Empires and Allies. We do encourage you to follow us and interact with us there. Not to mention we also have a Vine page, which I wanted to share with you all. Some pretty cool stuff here. You can see that, of course, anybody familiar with Vines, it's little 6-second loops. And here's a loop I created.
It's all the fun, the excitement, and the explosions that you see in movies and on TVs.
Fun stuff like that. So I do, in fact, I'm going to turn off the music so you guys can hear it even better. Go through.
Absolutely amazing creative team. It's the game that we made because we want to play it. Empires and Allies is a modern military strategy game for mobile and tablet.
Fun stuff, right? So that is some of our social channels. You can also find us over on Tumblr. We are Empires and Allies Official over there. We're on Twitch. Clearly, if you're watching us live on Twitch, or you can find us on YouTube, we have an official channel there. It's a lot of great social ways to reach out to us, and we are listening. So anybody out there if you've tuned in this long and you're still with me, we are listening to you, and we want to develop this game in a way that we want to make the game that you want to play.